Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ketty Dones. I'm a staff writer for CavsConnect, and I'm here with,
Joseph Evans. I'm the assistant principal here at Gables Senior High School.
and today we're going to be talking about our school construction. So, Mr. Evans, how was the construction plan initiated?
The construction plan was initiated 2 years ago by the school board. We were one of, I think, 31 schools that was implemented for a redesign and the bond measures that was voted upon 4 years ago.
Okay, and how long did it take for this process to begin after it was basically assigned that our school would be?
It takes 1 year to do the architectural drawings. And then after that, it takes about 2 months for a company to be awarded the job because there's multiple companies that bid on the job due to the architectural drawings. So it takes about a year and 2 and 3 months before someone actually shows up and begins.
That's a long time. Do you think that the person that did get the job, was their design like different from the other ones? Like, how did they choose what architecture?
There's only 2 schools I know that have the design of the architecture that we're getting. That's us and Crop. Crop got a separate building built about a year and a half ago. They finished, which created a new wing on their building. Ours is going to be very similar to theirs, about 80% similar. We did make a few modifications because we have different types of classrooms that's going to be inside, but it's a very beautiful building.
And as we know, we also got our cafeteria knocked down. So not only are we getting a new building, but also something else around there. So does that consist of the different phases of the construction, and what are the phases?
Okay, well, with the cafeteria, on the first floor of the new building, there's going to be a cafeteria with a spill out, and one of the modifications that we made is going to be a courtyard around our spill out to add on to our lunches to make more inviting places to eat. When we sat in design, we thought it would be more beneficial to our clientele and our students to make a prettier place outside to eat than to just stick everybody inside, going to one big cafeteria like you see at some schools. So we're going to have multiple courtyards. Some will be covered, some will be uncovered, but it's going to be a very pretty place to eat. There are going to be inside lines and outside lines to this cafeteria. TVs outside as well. So I think it's going to be a very nice atmosphere that's going to be added on to this. Now, in this construction phase, I heard you mention phases. There are many different phases. This building that is being built is phase 1. We do have a phase 2 that's going to renovate the older part of the building, that is the front of our school. It's going to add new windows. It's going to add new AC units and going to renovate a few things in the hallways, like raise the ceilings in the hallways and present some things that look a little bit better, and it's going to uplift the school in the front.
Okay, and with this uplifting of the school, do you think the construction will encourage the people in the Gables community to enroll their kids in their home school? Because, a lot of kids that live around the Gables go to more private schools because of specific reasons.
I think our enrollment will go up some. We are already over 100% capacity. So those who enroll in their children in a private school, they're just missing out on all the fun because it's not like it keeps people from coming to our door. But I think they will. In the past couple of years, we've gone up 2 to 3% in the Gables for residents enrolling their students in our high school. I don't think it makes, academically, I truly believe we are at level or if not ahead of most private schools. So them enrolling their kid here versus the private school, I think it's a question of whether they just want to be separate or not a question on whether they want a better education.
Yeah, that's true. I think that the education thing is just on the side, and sometimes like they can also focus more on the looks and how the school is like portrayed like as a
Yes,
whole.
but it's by the end of this project, which we're going to have 3 phases. It's going to be a very beautiful campus. Hopefully, it will keep Gables at being one of the largest high schools in this county. Right now, we are the 3rd largest high school in this county. Closely second. In the first, close to second. I don't necessarily want to be the biggest, but there are over 4,000 already. I don't know if we can hold that many students, but I would love to present an opportunity to be a part of this place with as many students as possible.
And on average, how many hours do they spend working on this construction?
The company that works here, VPI, they put in 8 to 12 hours a day, and they work on Saturdays and Sundays. They have a lot of pressure to stay on pace with this project. They have put incentives in the plans to make sure that they finish on time. Them falling behind, they're actually penalized monetarily if they don't keep up a certain progress, and we meet with them every 2 weeks.
And if they continue following the plan and stay on top of their work, by when do you think the construction will be finished?
The new building itself will be up before we start next school year. The question is, internally, there's a lot of inspection that must take place by our own school district before we're allowed to occupy. They are projecting occupying those buildings around October, November. Oh, wow. We really get a punch list for every classroom, every window, everything that must be done before we let the outside company off the hook. And they say, here is yours. So that does take some time because you do want to get it right and make sure everything is right before you just say, hey, it may look good externally, but there are a few things that we have to do and test to make sure that everything that they say it is that. Because once they hand it over, then the school board is now liable for that building.
And how has the construction influenced the staff?
Our staff has been very, very accommodating. We've had to move 13 classrooms, and the teachers haven't complained, and the students have gone on and been the great students that they always are. JRTC just hosted, I guess, Fort Lauderdale and all of Miami-Dade drill units here, and they had just lost their entire classroom a month before. But they did an outstanding job and said the show must go on and, doing what they're supposed to do. Our dance program had to move into the auditorium, and they have been competing. They've competed more this year than they have on any previous year. So it seems like our students are, no matter what the change is, they're able to adapt, adjust, and still do what we're supposed to do. And that's just a testament to who we are here at Gables.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's also really positive about the change, and they do want the change to happen. So, there's no complaints because everything will be better afterwards. So that concludes our session for today. As you said, this construction doesn't affect the education that happens around Gables. We can't really control what's looking from the outside. But the teachers and our staff really do a great job in controlling what's happening in the inside and what they can do for the students. So I really thank you for letting me talk to you.
Thank you as well.